Guatemala is a country in Central America. It has Indian, Aztec, and Mayan origins.
Some people believe that Guatemala comes from the word Guatemalan, which means land of trees, while others believe that it comes from Guhates Mala, meaning mountain of vomiting water.
Guatemala is bounded to the north and west by Mexico, to the northeast by Belize and along a short coastline by the Gulf of Honduras, to the east by Honduras, to the southeast by El Salvador, and to the south by the Pacific Ocean. Guatemala is a country of volcanoes, mountains, and beaches in the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Guatemala has at least 37 volcanoes. Fuego, Pacaya, and Santiaguito are three of the most active volcanoes. It is a sight to see. However, the Chilesco waterfall isn't as grand, but it is the tallest waterfall in Central America, which is why it is also known as El Salto de Chilesco. But why chase waterfall when you have the Motagua River, the longest river in Guatemala, measuring up to 250 miles, which is about 400 kilometers? I know I can sound very clinical and I'm just hitting you with all the facts, but enough of that, let's talk about music. Guatemalan music is very diverse. Their music is influenced by traditional Mayan musical traditions and Mexican influence. Tejano and ranchero music is also very popular. On the Caribbean coast, the Garifuna population tends to favor punta and reggae and variations such as punta rock and reggaeton. English-Spanish rap laid over slowed-down Caribbean-style techno and reggae beats. The most common is the marimba, is the national musical instrument in Guatemala. It is also a symbol of strength for their culture. Spain ruled Guatemala for almost 300 years. Independence was gained in 1821. Guatemala then became part of the Mexican Empire in 1822. In 1839, Guatemala became fully independent. Guatemala had a long history of government until it came under democratic rule in 1985.
Guatemala has several important people. Miguel Ángel Asturias won the Nobel Prize in 1967 for his literary achievement establishing the Latin American literature. Rigoberta Menchú also won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1992 for her work on social justice and ethno-cultural reconciliation. Norma Torres is a Guatemalan-American politician who set an example of the social integration of Latin immigrants obtaining success. Guatemalan food is very delicious. The hilachas is shredded beef in tomato sauce. It is served with rice and tortillas to fill you up. In other cultures, it's known as the enchiladas. The fiambre is a salad that is eaten traditionally on the Day of the Dead and All Saints' Day. The chiles rellenos are peppers stuffed with meat, vegetables, and spices. Elote loco is corn on the cob with mayonnaise, cheese, and ketchup. They also have pupusas, which is a Salvadorian food but can also be Guatemalan food. It is made out of corn, usually stuffed with meat, cheese, or both. They also have drinks or bebidas like the Gallo beer, which is another version of the Budweiser, the Moza beer, which is the dark beer, the Quetzalteca Rosa de Jamaica, which is strong and sweet, and the Limonada con Soda, which is freshly squeezed lemonade with soda water. Las curiosidades or fun facts. The national bird in Guatemala is called quetzal. It's a long-tailed bird that lives in humid forests. It's becoming very hard to see them in the wild, but you are still able to see them in other places. The national bird lends its name to the Guatemalan currency. About 22 languages are spoken in the country. The 21 indigenous Mayan communities each boast their own language. However, Spanish is still the dominant language. The Guatemalan Civil War was the longest in Latin American history. It went from 1960 to 1996. Las fiestas y celebraciones. The pilgrimage to the Basilica of the Black Christ in Equipulas is one of the celebrations in Guatemala. It is a Catholic religious tradition that recognizes the image of Christ. The statue of the Black Christ, or El Cristo Negro, was commissioned by Spanish conquistadors for a church in Esquipulas. It was carved in 1594 by Quirino Cattaneo in Antigua and installed in the church in 1595. In 1603, a miracle had been attributed to the icon and had attracted increasing numbers of pilgrims. In 1735, a priest named Father Pedro Pardo de Figueroa experienced a miraculous cure after praying before the statue. When he became Archbishop of Guatemala, he commissioned a beautiful basilica to properly shelter the beloved statue. For hundreds of years now, it has been a practice for hundreds of people to line up to see the statue up close. As a product, cathedrals are full of people wearing religious keepsakes of the Black Christ. This celebration shows the deep connections of the Catholic faith to their culture. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something about Guatemala. Bye.